Man, you stepped in Goodison Park after hearing all of the ops them talk about how we're gonna get smoked by Everton. After they got 10 points shot off, after the first goal it went off. Ashley Young should have got sent off. Ganacho with a bicycle kick, karate kid like he waxed on, wax off. Man, you stepped in Goodison Park after hearing all of the ops them talk about how we're gonna get smoked by Everton. After the 10 points got shot off, after the first goal it went off. Ashley Young should have got sent off. Ganacho with a bicycle kick, karate kid like he waxed on, wax off. What? Yo, this is the OT99 Banter room where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, Manchester United back again. Firms is back again with another W, man. Another 3 points. The most informed team in the league. That's Manchester United right about now. In the league, Manchester United got the W, and I'm so happy we did, because this was one of those unknown games. You know, one of them games where you're just like, look, Everton is going to come back and smoke us after getting that 10 points deducted. They're going to use Manchester United as a scapegoat. They're going to be fuming and angry, and they're going to smoke Manchester United. And what happened? Manchester United went out there, and man like Garnacho set the tone nice and early with the goal of the season. I ain't seen a goal like that from any Manchester United player since Wayne Rooney. And obviously there's going to be all those comparisons. It's already happening right about now. Look, that goal by Garnacho, yeah, it takes someone special to pull off something like that. And Garnacho, he took a few steps back, 2-3 steps back, boom, teed it up, connected perfectly, top corner, top bins. What a crossfire by Delo. What a finish by Garnacho. And that set the tone, bro. It set the tone. Look, before I get into it, I just had to get that out of the way, because I can't sit on that type of news for too long. You understand? Pause. I just can't, bruv. But look, let me go back to the beginning. Look, Manchester United, it was good to see Luke Shaw back from injury. You understand? Luke Shaw is back in the frame. Look, if anyone knows about Luke Shaw, I know he's had his up and downs over his long sort of career at Manchester United, but Manchester United and Luke Shaw has finally found some sort of equilibrium, some sort of balance, where Luke Shaw is now starting to churn out more consistent performances, certainly over the last 12, 18 months or whatever it is. These injuries keep getting in the way. Do you understand? He was pivotal last season. You understand? Playing left centre back or left side of that back four. Put Malacia on that bench permanently, rude boy. And that's what we needed, you understand? And now he's back in the frame. It was good to see him get through unscathed, put on a good solid shift. And that's what we want to see, do you understand? And we've got some serious runner games coming up with your Galatasarays, your Bayern Munichs, your Chelseas, your Newcastles, I think the next Premier League game. And we need Luke Shaw in the frame. We kept a clean sheet, 3-0, and Luke Shaw played his part, do you understand? Delo played his part. Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming off the bench as well played his part. So it's good to see that we're getting these odd players back, even though obviously when one comes in, you feel like we're just losing another one with Mason Mount. But look, today we didn't miss Mason Mount. Why? Because Kobbie Mainoo stepped into the frame. Do you know what? It's stressful with this thing, yeah? Because I've been waiting to see Kobbie Mainoo get a lot more minutes much earlier. You understand? Like, this is a guy where was in pre-season, he was testing him out. We wanted to play him against, what was it, Real Madrid, I think he got injured then, or was it against Arsenal? One of the teams anyway, in pre-season or whatever. He got injured. He got injured, and one was going to test him out again in a big team. I think it was either Arsenal or Real Madrid. I can't remember now. And he was out until now. You understand? He's out until now. And it's just like Manchester United and our injuries, man. Like, when these guys get injured, they just vanish off for months. Like, it's literally a myth. Like, nobody knows what's going on for Amad Diallo. Do you understand? Like, what's happened with him? Is he fit? Is he not fit? What's happening with Malacia? Is he fit? Is he not fit? Where's the updates? You don't really hear too much. You get me? Like, and that's the thing. And it raises something, you know, with the whole, I know we've having a lot more games. I know, like, you know, a lot more minutes are being played as well in each of these games. I know these man ain't getting much rest. Man United played some of the most football, do you know what I mean, over these last 12, 18 months. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just, with our injuries, it's just ridiculous. So I feel like that medical department hopefully gets looked into by Jim Ratcliffe and his team when they eventually, like, you know, get around to it. Do you understand? But look, Kobbie Mainoo, man, he was brilliant today, man. Brilliant. 18 years old. The way he played with maturity, the way he played with, like, such composure, do you understand? He was able to receive the ball from the defense. He was able to brush off sort of challenges, that press resistance ability. You know what I mean? He was able to progress the ball forward and pick up passes as well. Play keep it simple. That's what we need to be seeing from guys in our midfield. And we have an 18-year-old that was playing with such maturity, showing our midfield how it should be done. Do you understand? This guy done no harm to his statement of saying, you know what, I need to be playing more minutes. You need to put me in there and start me. That's how you take your chance. You understand? That's how you take your chance. We've got that right side that's waiting to be occupied. We had the right back situation waiting to be occupied. You understand? Even our centre back situation right about now is waiting to be taken. Midfield everywhere is waiting to be taken. Mainoo's come in and said, yeah, this is my position. Let me show you a little sign. Very composed. Very composed. And he had a huge part to play. And he is my man of the match. I can't even lie to you, bro. Like, obviously, Garnacho scored the goal of the season, like, well, potentially anyway. That can't go amiss, you understand? But Kobbie Mainoo's performance today, fresh out of the wilderness, straight into that starting lineup, and to put a performance like that, do you understand? Like, if this was Donny van der Beek coming in now, yeah, and he put in a crappy performance, yeah, people be like, oh yeah, because he's been out cold, he hasn't had any minutes, blah 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 blah. He needs time, whatever it is like that. Some people may say that. Some people will just say that, he's not Man United quality. I know a lot of fans will say that. But you'll have those fans that are saying, you know what, he needs more minutes, blah 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 blah. Look, Kobbie Mainoo just came out of the cold. How many months out comes in man of the match performance, even though he didn't get it officially, but man of the match performance. And that just shows you that this guy's got something, you understand? You just look at the future, man. You see guys like Garnacho, you see guys like Kobbie Mainoo, and it's like, look, there could be a future here. If we get it right and we nurture these guys properly, could be a future here, man. Do you understand? So look, I'm just excited, because this is a team here where we just, like, compared to last season, the difference is our defense. We're very resilient in defense. We weren't leaking no goals like we didn't really today, even though, there was chances where Kobbie Mainoo cleared off that line. Do you know what I mean? They hit the crossbar. Onana pulled off a great save by Idris Gueye as well. They had their chances, Everton, don't get me wrong. But Manchester United's defense last season was resilient, and we showed a bit more resilience, even though we had a bit of luck today. And it builds confidence in the rest of the team. And what I like today as well, and they touched on it in the sort of analysis after the game, like or sort of Everton Hag did in his interview, so that it's our forwards that were getting the goal. The defending helps build up a confidence as well, where our attackers can just get forward and do what they need to do. Look, Rashford, I was worried when he stepped up for that penalty. I ain't gonna lie, man. But the composure that he took, man, all of these goals were great in its own right. Like, that was a perfect penalty. So go top corner, yeah, in a penalty takes guts, you understand? And with someone that's low on confidence like Rashford at the minute, yeah, for Bruno to even hand in that ball, yeah, was saying, you know what, yeah, you need this more than I need this. Rashford takes it on. He doesn't shy away from it. Knowing that, you know what, both of them, Bruno and Rashford, knowing that like, if they missed it, it could be words in the dressing room. They took on that responsibility, Rashford, smacked it top bins, and it was a perfect, unstoppable penalty. You know what I mean? And like, after that, because after the first one, everyone in that stadium was shocked. Everyone after Garnacho's goal. But after that second penalty goal, yeah, which was a penalty, by the way, because Martial obviously got clipped on the foot. So I'm glad that VAR overturned it. Get me? It may have been liked to some, but, according to the rules, whatever it is, it was a penalty. So I'm glad that he got his yellow card rescinded, Martial, and we got the penalty. And Rashford, like I said, dispatched it well. You understand? So I hope that does a lot for his confidence, Rashford. I hope it really does, because today, man, with all the positives I've been mentioning, Rashford just was looking terrible on the right-hand side. Do you know what I mean? He might have like I see him, he put in 1-2 balls on the right, and then obviously a decent ball from the left as well, which kind of smashed it in from the left. I forgot who should have got on the end of that, Can't remember who it was, whether it was Garnacho. I think Garnacho. Maybe it was Garnacho or something. But he just didn't do enough. I remember looking at Rashford on the right thinking, you know what? He turns almost like he's on skates on ice. You understand? Like, it's not, he hasn't got that like low center of gravity turn, like reflex duppier man on the right. He's not comfortable on the right. You can clearly see. And it's like, what do you do with Rashford? And you can clearly see that Everton Hag is trying to play this guy to build up his confidence, because he knew that this guy was a 30-goal striker last season, and what's happening. So he keeps trying to play him through this rut. And you can see he's just trying to squeeze him in. He's trying to squeeze him in. And you know what? He just isn't at the races at the minute. Like, look, we made that sub, yeah, and shout out to Everton Hard because he made those substitutions where he brought off Garnacho and stuff, and he brought off Martial, it was as well, and I can't remember who the other guys. Palestri anyway was one of the guys that he brought on. Instant impact. I was asking for Palestri to come on from 30 minutes in the game or whatever it is. I was asking for Palestri to come on because Palestri, when he comes off the bench, he makes an impact. This guy's very direct. He creates stuff. And he was the reason why we got our third goal. He was the reason why he came off the bench. The ball got taken to him. He carried that ball forward, got in and around the danger side of the box. And it just happened. He's just that guy that facilitated. He's the catalyst to it. If you go and watch back that goal, Palestri had a lot to do with that. Do you understand? And I just want to see more faith shown in Palestri. Do you understand? This isn't about, names or, because of Rashford's status or what he done last season. Look, if my man's out of form, you need to let him know that he's out of form and let him have a rest and bring in guys that are hungry to show what they're about. Look, Palestri is dying to show the manager what he's about. Just like Kobbie Mainoo was. He wants to show the manager what he's about. You got players that's hungry. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the players that's doing well, the players that have got a point to prove, like Maguire's, he put in another solid performance today. He's got something to prove now. It's just like, you lot almost sold me. You cast me to the wayside, stripped me off my, he got, what do you call it? Game of Thrones scene, shame. That's what Maguire got, bro. He got all of that, kept his head down, and is putting in really good performances. Going under the radar, some of them is just really standout-ish. And for me, he deserves his flowers, and he put in another shift today. Do you understand? So it's just there was a lot of positives all around the pitch. You understand? The only negative I'll say is you obviously you got your Rashfords that didn't really put in a shift today. That's probably one of the only things. Obviously, Man United in general, I'm talking not to say we played champagne football or anything, because Man United's football is still poor, still terrible. An overall performance. I just feel the difference today is that Manchester United, we took our chances, because even though we don't create from the middle, even though we can't pass or whatever that fluidly and consistently throughout a game without having these little mini pockets of good spells, Manchester United do get chances in games. But the difference is today is we dispatched of our chances and we were ruthless in front of goal. Because we saw in the whole game, Everton had 24 shots, goal attempts. Manchester United had 9. And of those 9, 4 were on target, 5 were off target. And of those 4 on target, you obviously saw that we got 3 goals from that. We were very ruthless and clinical, even though one was a penny. Ruthless. And you saw Everton wasting chances. This is typically what Manchester United do. We waste chances. And it just goes to show, when you get your goals in early, you get that early goal away from home under that atmosphere of uncertainty. We got the early goal of Garnacho. In that fashion is what I think. Garnacho getting that goal in that fashion was just the silver bullet. Because, yeah, you can get a goal where Everton were dominating and then you just manage to get a lucky, fluky goal where it doesn't knock them. But when the stadium saw that goal from Garnacho, it was the silver bullet. Everyone was just oh my days, this is the best goal I've ever seen. Tarkowski, he was getting interviewed, bruv. He was just yeah, this is one of the best goals I've ever witnessed. When that happens against your team, you're oh my days. And that's what happened. Do you understand? We took our chances, and even if we're not playing well, if you take your chances, it will knock the confidence of the opposition and it'll put you in good stead. And we started the game well, do you understand? And we continued in that vein. Less in the first half, more in the second half. I'll say that we pulled up our socks and we got a bit more stuck in, do you understand? Obviously we want to see performances accompanying this, and it's weird to say that, no performances when you scored 3 goals. And like I said, it was from our attackers and not Scott McTominay coming up clutch or a defender or anything like that. Harry Maguire. We've got a goal from Rashford. We've got a goal from Martial, whose goal was great, by the way. That dink, that finesse was vintage Martial in his prime. You understand? So when he's in front of goal one-on-one like that, he's one of the best finishers, if not the best finisher at the club. Do you understand? But it's you just need him to do that more often, be in that position more often. You understand, where he can get goals like that. He loves playing against Everton. He scores against Everton. So I'm happy to see him get that goal, man. I know done a word of good for his confidence as well. Now that Rasmus Højlund is out with a little injury, I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Martial coming in and stepping in and scoring like that as well will put good confidence. They'll give him good confidence. And obviously, going into a tough run of games like that. Martial, hopefully it lifts him as well. Hopefully it lifts Rashford. Like, we needed the guys to score today. We needed those goal scorers to score today. Do you understand? Our front three, because that's where we've been lacking all season in terms of like our conversion rate. You know what I mean? When we create the minimal chances that we do, are we taking our chances? Do you understand? And those guys needed it. You understand? Because that's where we're lacking. It's the goals from our attackers, the goal threat. So look, I won't be surprised. I'll be happy to see Mainoo start again in that midfield. Obviously, Mainoo's getting his opportunity now, potentially because of Mount's injury. And I'm glad that he did get his opportunity. Do you understand? So I'm hoping that, you know, the next games that come, Mainoo deserves to keep his spot. Do you understand? He done really well. And I'm happy that he done well like that, because he's what we need. Do you understand? He's what we need. He brings that calm composure to the team. So it's crazy that you have to have all of these injuries and stuff for that, for people like Mainoo to be birthed. But this is what typically happens when you have a gem, you know, that gets birthed out of the team like that. Typically, it's not unusual that you have situations like this, that the reason why they took their shot and the reason why they got an opportunity and is because of all of these injuries, and then these players then grow from that and become like world class or whatever. It's like that. It's not unusual. Do you know what I mean? And this could be the case with Kobbie Mainoo's early days, but obviously the fan base liked what they saw. I liked what I saw. You know what I mean? He passed the eye test. And to be fair, every time I've seen Kobbie Mainoo play, I'm just like, yeah, this guy is beyond these years. He's beyond these years. You understand? He's not erratic. He doesn't need to do all of that bouncing around high energetic thing. He's really composed. He's calm, and he plays like someone that's a seasoned footballer, like has been in the game for quite some time. So for me, man, big ratings to Kobbie Mainoo, man, and that's why he gets man of the match for me. That really is. But Manchester United, look, Manchester United right about now, we are 6 points behind Arsenal, who's top of the league. That game against Arsenal, they came up clutch with Brentford. That was a big win for them. Massive win. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, teams like Tottenham dropped points today, which is significant. But obviously, Aston Villa gained 3 points. So, you know, they put a little bit more distance on us. But look, Tottenham's got City next, you know. And we've obviously got Newcastle next. So there's big games in and around that top 6 area. So look, we're going to see the table shifting quite a lot, but it's just interesting. And I'm happy to see that, you know, even with how poor we've been performing, and we've been performing poor, do you understand? And even with these wins, it's not even paving over the cracks like that. You know, when you can still clearly see the cracks, even with these wins. What I'm happy though is like, with how poorly Manchester United started, and it has been like the worst start in history, they've been saying, or in a long time, or wherever it is like that, Manchester United can still sit here and say, do you know what, we're 2 points off from, or was it 4 points off from top 4? Let me check where it is. We are 4 points off of top 4, you know, and 6 points off of top spot. Do you know what I mean? In another world, you'd be saying 6 points off number 1. Are you not in the title race? Clearly, we're not in a title race. Like, anyone can see that. But from a points view, you can say that, look, a couple slip-ups and we're in there. Do you know what I mean? We're in there. So as long as we can continuously keep doing what we're doing, and I'm not being unrealistic to say, you know, we're going to go and take points of Newcastle, go and take points of Chelsea, go and take points of like Liverpool and all of these teams. But if we can like be able to be like not go on a downward spiral and just lose games, like if you can get like pick up the odd win here, maybe a draw here and then an L, you know what I mean? Just get out of it unscathed, because we have got some tough games coming up. Obviously, Champions League's going to be crazy as well with Bayern Munich and Galatasaray and stuff. So it looks like we're out of that anyway. But at least it gives us more time to focus on like the Premier League and you know, the domestic cups. But look, it's just interesting to see, like, you know, with all of this turmoil that's going on with my club, Manchester United, like everything's so bad and poor that Man United is looking at the table thinking, raw, that we're within touching distance. And that's how crazy it is with the media. Do you understand? And it's justified in the sense of how we're playing. Don't get me wrong, it is justified with how we're playing. But with how you look at these other teams like Tottenham, for example, like having the best season, or they were having the best season of their lives before the Chelsea game. Like, it's a marathon, not a sprint at the end of the day. And that one game against Chelsea threw Tottenham into turmoil with all of those injuries, and we're 2 points off them. Do you understand? So it's just like, there's noise, and it's justified noise because we're playing crap. But at the end of the day, at the end of the season, no one's going to be like, oh, like, I remember we played slick football, it was great, you get awards for that. No. People want awards for people, you know, it's all about winning at the end of the day. And until we can like start playing better football, I'd rather us be winning. Do you understand? I'd rather take the W's, which we are doing. Like, I want to see Manchester United succeed. I want to see us win more than anything at the end of the day. So yeah, I want good football. We want that. Clearly we want that. Like, Man United fans want to see a style of football and a consistent way of play that we can build upon. You understand? Because we don't get that. It's that one step forward, 3 steps back. But at the end of the day, I can't deny that when we get that victory, when we score goals like that, it ain't great to see. It's beautiful to see. And we all want our team to succeed. And I'm glad we're doing it anyway. And hopefully performances come with that. Do you understand? So look, the badge is heavy at Manchester United. The shirt is heavy. You know what I mean? Everyone's out for Manchester United blood. The media, everyone, even the fan bases all turned. Everyone's talking about Everton hug out or the sack or whether it's Jim Ratcliffe this and all of that. There's all sorts going on. At the end of the day, if we could just be picking up these points, hopefully it all died down and we just pick up some confidence and just get back to winning ways, man. Some sort of consistency, because we're better than what we've been showing. Last season showed that. Do you understand? Whether it be with a better defense, whether it be with, you know, the Casemiro doing these mad challenges from the middle. Now we've got Kobbie Mainoo with his finesse and composure. With Rashford scoring 30 goals a season, we're all better. You understand? And this season, those guys that we lean on are either injured, not around, or when they were fit, they weren't performing up to the standard that they were last season. And we need a standard level of performance from our players, especially our key ones. So, look, we need to see that. But until then, man, look, we keep it moving. Do you understand? We keep it moving. We got the dub. And it's on to the next one. Do you understand? It's on to the next one. Like I said, it's Galatasaray away. Then we got Newcastle away. Then Chelsea at home. Then Bournemouth at home. So I'm hoping that we can at least, you know, look, if Manchester United got 2 wins and a draw at those games or whatever, you know, and 2 wins, and maybe like a draw and a loss, then I'll take it. Do you understand? So look, we just got to keep it moving. But it's positive. There was a lot of positives from today. Do you understand? Besides, you know, putting the poor performances aside, you know, there's a lot of positives, being Kobbie Mainoo, being Luke Shaw being back as well, being taking our chances and our forwards getting on the score sheet and scoring. Do you understand? Keeping that clean sheet as well. That'll do Onana a whole lot of good and our defense a whole lot of good as well. The save by Onana as well. And we're not seeing him on the social media of all of these mistakes popping up left, right and centre now. Do you know what I mean? He's stabilising as well, hopefully as well. So there's a lot of positives from that as well. So look, you got to take the good when you can, you get me, and keep it moving. So shout out, like I said, to Kobbie Mainoo. Big shout out as well to Garnacho. We move on to the next game. Until then, peace.